What is going on YouTube? It's your homie SDot coming back to you with another video. What's going on, y'all? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. It's been almost 3 months since I posted a video. Got to get this disclaimer out the way. First of all, I hope everybody's doing well. We're still in the midst of COVID-19 and things are still looking pretty grim in the United States. People just won't wear their masks. But nonetheless, I got tested last week and I'm good so far still. So thank goodness. Been out in the trenches, quote unquote, as a letter carrier out there since the beginning in February or late January or whatever. And, been trucking along, still doing well. And I hope you guys are too. So I hope this video reaches you in good times. And if they don't, well, I hope, things get better for you soon. And I will send out a prayer for all my Transformer TCG homies. But yeah, so speaking of Transformer TCG, of course, we got that unfortunate news back in May 29th to be exact, I want to say, about the Transformers TCG unfortunately ceasing to exist after Wave 5. So very unfortunate, very big gut shot to everybody, especially me, because, I know, being so competitive, I was looking forward to a new tournament circuit and being able to travel. So with that, not posting a video in a while, I'm not gonna lie. So there's a good and bad reason why I haven't been posting videos. A lot of it, again, because it really took the wind out of me to, post videos, to be honest. I'll just be total transparent and totally honest. I mean, it's kind of obvious, me not posting videos in so long, and it just really sucked. But on the good side of that, if you guys, if anybody's in the, either the Vector Sigma Discords, the Alpha Trion protocols, or, is it Vector Sigma? That's one of them. The Vector Sigma Discord, and then also the Eye of the Matrix Discord. Shout out to Tim Tio. I've been in those two Discords very, very actively playing webcam tournaments. Now, something to keep in mind in terms of, I see people selling their cards and things like that, and that's your prerogative. You do what you want in terms of selling cards. But something that to keep in mind, I made a post about this on Facebook a long while ago on the Transformers page, but even if Wave 6 were to come out, let's say we did good Wave 6, we still wouldn't be having any tournaments. Like, we still would be trying to do these webcam games through Zoom, through Discord, or through any other means, just not right in front of each other. So it's probably not looking like we're gonna have anything going on, maybe even actually as far out as 2021, especially with the way everything's going in the world and how we just keep getting new COVID cases every day. I just got a new COVID case actually at my post office, actually. So, it's that close to me, unfortunately still. And so we would be doing this anyway. So what better than if you truly love the Transformers TCG and you want to keep playing, to play webcam games. Now, I do understand there's the notion of, I'm not really a big fan of custom cards, but when you think about custom cards, I think a lot of people's angles probably is, well, I don't like custom cards because people make these cards too broken. And honestly, I say this with love, but I feel like Vector Sigma is actually taking steps really lightly. And the way that we're making cards, we're actually on the other end of it. We're not making cards necessarily too broken and just throwing out this, oh my God, this card is ridiculous. We're throwing out cards that are, tested very thoroughly through multiple people, over like 10 or so people, including myself, are in the playtesters group, playtesting these cards to make them balanced. Ultimately, they released ATP Set 1, Alpha Trion Protocol Set 1. And what that set entails is just playability for characters all the way from Wave 1. So cards like Jetfire, the Bumblebee, Legendary Warrior, we got even, not want to say Ironhide, we have a stratagem for Inferno. We have a new stratagem for Wheeljack. We have a new stratagem for Metroplex, although the Metroplex one is, it had to be free because Metroplex is already 25 stars. But the whole point was, Vector Sigma is all about competitive viability. We're all about the competitive scene, and, it's a very healthy competitive scene, and it's nice to get that competition. If you have that competition scratch, you want to itch. And they always wanted to make these cards more playable. Not necessarily this, oh, I'm going to give this stratagem to Jetfire or whoever and make them absolutely broken. We have some checks coming in place for when we have like ATP2 coming out. We have checks already in place for, these characters coming into, even Autobot Jazz. Autobot Jazz is one of the biggest and most important ones actually that came out that actually helps solve the orange-black problem from Wave 5. But what these stratagems are going to allow you to do is just give them some playability. It might not necessarily push them into competitive limelight 100%, like, all of a sudden all 11 or 12 of the, Dinobots got one too. 11, so join the Discord, by the way. Join the Discord and join the Facebook group. But I digress. All of these stratagems allow you to have some type of competitive viability, pretty much, and or some playable viability. You know, a lot of them, for their star cost, their health was too weak and things like that. And of course, now that we're 5 waves in, we need to also give these characters a buff in terms of their health, their effects, and everything to kind of keep up with the current metagame, if you will. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. But that is long-winded, and I could probably say more, but since this is my first time back in a while, you know, I could probably just ramble on and on like I usually do, but I'm not going to do that. I actually have some exciting news for you guys. I am actually going to be starting my own tournament series as well. So first of all, I got to pay homage. I got to shout out to Jason Crutchfield. Shout out to him. Salute, flex to him for starting the online scene. Well, starting the Octagon online scene. I don't know if he started webcam. I think he was probably just the first set. I don't remember, but he was definitely a pivotal part in keeping the community together, because he had a series of Octagon tournaments on that platform, and they were great. You know, he's had a couple of Corona Cups. I won the first 2 Corona Cups, and then I think Corona Cup 3, I want to say Nick Weidman won. So shout out to Nick Weidman. He hasn't been around in a while, but I hope you're well, bro, if you're watching this video. And then we had a plethora of other winners, you know, since then. We have Freedom Cups that he's called them. And, you know, he's had, I want to say 6 or 7-ish tournaments. And yeah, they've been great. You know, it's just a great time. There's been special stimulations on some of them, and some of them actually have just been straight up just main constructed. So Daring Escape legal, Peace to Tyranny legal. And let's be real, if we were playing WTC games, or you know, tournaments, everything would be the same. Peace to Tyranny would still be legal, you know, and Daring Escape, etc. Potentially, you know. And then we also got to shout out of course, the Vector Sigma tournaments. Now, the 8 Alpha Trion protocols have a plethora of tournaments. If you check the website is going to have a tournament schedule of all the tournaments coming up soon. So you can definitely check that out. We have tournaments already stretched out all the way through February of 2021. And then right after that, they'll be getting ready. Well, I'm pretty sure they might be in the works now of getting season 3 together after February and getting right on with it. Shout out to the winner of pretty much the invitational for season 1, Christian Young. He played Quake, probably the most dominant and best deck for sure of the Wave 5 metagame, and that's actually going to come into play here in a couple of minutes. But then we also got to so shout out to Vector Sigma, shout out to the homies, you know, the squad for making the effort and keeping some type of competitive scene, or the competitive scene, alive and through the webcam. So definitely join the Discord. The link will be down in the description. Next up, we have EOM, the Eye of the Matrix tournaments. These tournaments are so cool. Tim Teo, shout out to Tim Teo from Singapore. I hope you're from Singapore. If I messed that up, my bad. Correct me again in the comments. I always forget. There's a couple of places over there that don't mind me. But yeah, shout out to Tim Teo, man. Very much another pivotal part of the community, as he also has tournaments, but all of his tournaments so far have been webcam based. Now, webcam based is pretty cool, all through Discord, and it's pretty easy, by the way. If you're worried about and scared of like Discord, like, oh, I don't like that, this and that, well, I mean, because you also do have to buy a camera setup, you have to get you a webcam. Webcams did inflate because we're all kind of stuck at home, kind of sort of, so you have to obviously, you know, spend a couple bucks on a webcam. But again, if you love the game, then I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, and it's a nice time passer, so something to look forward to every couple of days when you have your different rounds, etc. But anyway, so yeah, Tim Teo, he has had a couple of tournaments as well. We just got done with the 4th tournament, Eye of the Matrix Civil War. The first Eye of the Matrix tournament, I want to say, was regular constructed, I think. I don't remember. I think it was regular constructed. The second tournament was... I'm blanking. Oh, the second tournament was like a whole bunch of restrictions. You couldn't play Horrible. You couldn't play Sky Shadow. You couldn't play Peace. No, Peace of Tyranny was legal, I think. You couldn't play a whole bunch of different things. It was crazy. And so that restriction type thing, just to kind of, he pretty much forced people to just play other bots. We always gonna stick with, you know, everybody still kind of play FANGRY, not everybody, but a lot of people still play FANGRY because he was at least legal, but Horrible wasn't, etc. But you know, it just no Perceptor was a big one, but it just forced people to play other bots, because, you know, get tired of kind of seeing, you know, the same old bots and this and that, the same old format, especially with no actual Wave 6 coming out, you know, at the time, and Tim still holding true to just the official cards. You know, he just made these stipulations on the tournament to do, and it's always fun just kind of get away from the pesky old, you know, Quake decks and things like that, because Quake is Quake, and I mean, it's the best deck, but it's like one of the annoying, well, it's one of those annoying best decks. It's not one of those best decks that you kind of respect. It's one of those where you sit across from me, you're like, ugh. But you know, you got to be prepared for it, so it is what it is. Eye of the Matrix 3 was Origins edition, so it was pretty cool at first. And I'm gonna be direct and transparent here. I was a fan of the Origins tournament at first because, of course, rings a bell. Hello, I won the very first tournament for the Transformers TCG at Origins in 2019 in Columbus, Ohio. So I'm super excited for it because I'm automatically gravitating towards, oh, I'm gonna play 3Y Prime, right? Well, yeah. You get to play only wave 1 through 2 bots, but wave 1 through 5 battle cards. So we go all the way back to Origins, but we're going to incorporate every single battle card. And it sounded like such a good idea at first until I started playing my first couple of rounds and realizing that the orange-black icon and just the cards in general, maybe past, if we only had like maybe up to wave 3, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But like with wave 4 and 5, things have grown way too much, and it doesn't suffice for like Optimus Prime Battlefield Legends health pool, we'll say that. And that goes for the rest of them too. Blue is definitely way outmatched when it comes to and I kind of knew that, but then like going into it, like actually playing it, like I even said, I was like, I'm gonna play 3Y Prime, and I don't care if I get pierced to death. I'll go out on my shield, because I'm not gonna not play, you know, my favorite, or the deck I won with. Too Tall Prime is my favorite deck. But yeah, so I was like, oh man, this would be great. But yeah, I didn't even top 8 that tournament. So I was a little heartbroken because I didn't even get the top 8 trying to win like the Origins tournament. Nah, it's all good. But shout out again to Tim for that tournament as well. And then we actually just had a Eye of the Matrix 4 tournament. And Eye of the Matrix 4 was pretty cool because it was another angle of, okay, we're tired of Quake. We know that part is solved. We know this and that, etc. So he made the stipulation that it's all red everything. And all red everything means you can literally only play Autobots. But not only can you only play all Autobots, you can only have, or excuse me, it was a team event. So 4 players. So it would be 3-on-3, and you would have your 4th anchor, and the 4th would pretty much just come in as a substitute if other players weren't able to play. And yeah, you could only have up to 5 battle cards max between decks, and 1 character each across the board. So like if I played Galaxy Prime, my teammates couldn't play Galaxy Prime. If I played Brawn, my teammates couldn't play Brawn, etc. If you played the Styler Head, nobody else could play the Styler Head. If you played the Parsing Head, etc. And what that meant for 5 battle cards max between decks means, like if I played 3 handheld blasters, my partners can only play 2 handheld blasters, or like 2 of them can play 1 each, which probably isn't efficient. So like the idea, I think we did like one Titan deck that can kind of skew some of the battle cards, 1 aggressive deck that would have the full suite of improvised shields, peace and tyrannies, and then 1 blue deck that would have a full suite of security checkpoints and handheld blasters and so forth. So the 4th deck kind of gets hit on the wayside. That was fun. I think Christian played Fort Max. King Me is the Clobber King. Shout out to King Me, please. He played Clobber with Chrome Dome, Prowl, and from wave 1, and then also Wind Charger from wave 5. So very powerful and explosive deck, very, very savage. Part of me wish he was playing supporting fire in that deck, how he got a hit with Wind Charger turn 1, and then turn 2 he could actually probably just flip Chrome Dome and go slap whoever he attacked the first turn with Wind Charger. But it's all good. Very powerful deck. He didn't drop any games. Shout out to my teammates, man, overall. I'm digressing more, but let me get into my big announcement. And my big announcement site. Hey, I haven't been here for a while, so about a 20-25 minute video, you guys will be all right. We'll be making a Smash link very soon. So the Smash link won't be by the time I post this video, because I'll be posting it actually today. I'm gonna eat my breakfast, go to the chiropractor, and go into the gym, and I got stuff to do. But I will be, throughout this week, making a rules document, which is the most tedious part, honestly, and kind of why I procrastinated it, not gonna lie. And like I said, the Smash.gg link for the tournament. And this tournament entry will be free, and my first 2 tournament entries will be free. First place will get $20, second place will get $10, third and fourth will get $5 each. Now this will also be an octagon based tournament, so I'm kind of since Jason Crutchfield, again, shout out to him, he's not doing any tournaments right now. I heard he may have something coming in December, but while we wait, I'm going to have my tournament series that'll kind of roll into December, and then we can go into Jason's tournament if he makes another one, etc. But it'll be octagon based for this one. I'll be bouncing around between octagon and webcam, but the big draw for this tournament will be Press the Advantage will be legal, and Daring Escape will be banned. but everything else will stay the same. So mission, multi-mission gear, swap parts, and and Daring Escape are the new ban cards. And then Peace to Tyranny will still be legal for this event. By the way, I gotta go back for a second. Speaking of Peace to Tyranny being legal for this event, the reason why I say that is because in the Alpha Triumph protocols and the Vector Sigma tournaments, Peace to Tyranny and Daring Escape are banned for obvious reasons. If you want to find out those reasons, there was a nice article written up by either Scott or Dan, I want to say Scott, on the Vector Sigma website. So make sure you check out that website and read that article to explain why those cards are banned and just for a bad play experience. No security checkpoint isn't banned because you can still get checkpointed and still like have work overtime or have draw power like treasure hunt or system reboot to refill your hand. You don't auto lose when you get checkpointed. If your opponent has a precision Peace to Tyranny, you probably just auto lose, and the card's just gotten more powerful and so over the course of time. And I'm just gonna say 2 more words and leave it at that. Sky Shadow. So yeah, anyway, so for my tournament, Press the Advantage is going to be legal. Why is Press the Advantage going to be legal? A lot of people, you're probably going to be excited for that. Some of you are going to be like, nah, the card needs to stay banned. But that's the whole point why I'm making my own tournament circuit as well, because Tim Teo has his own cool things going on, which is really cool. So I figured I'd keep mine simple and Press the Advantage being legal because Sky Shadow. Horrible magnetic dysfunction rate, bruh. Yes, magnetic dysfunction rate isn't a green, but as soon as they do draw one, especially with Horrible, the damage output is insane before getting into combat. When you have, and then on top of that, there are so many different things I can go into, but I'm trying to keep this short. Like I said, Sky Shadow, ridiculous, the Autobot killer. Apparently in the lore, it's exactly what he did. He came in and wrecked the red guys. He comes out, deals 3 damage to the Autobot. You have Horrible, who can deal like 10 plus damage to a bot and not have attacked it yet. Think about that. Horrible, I've had my main character or whatever, one of my characters have taken 10, like Perceptor. We could say Perceptor with Grax. I'm feeling good with Grax head. Yeah, I got 11 stars for 17 health. That's a great rate, right? Yeah, by the time Perceptor attacks, a lot of times he's only at 9 or 8 because of Horrible. And he might live 2 attacks just because I might have a secret action by then because Perceptor was finding cards. Bruh, really? That's ridiculous. On top of that, we have Fangry and Horrible, duh. We have Fangry and Horrible that are both the 7 drops minimum. So they're 6 stars, and then with the 1-star head, they're 7 drops. Why did Cup not get the 6 and then the 7-star love? I don't know. Or the 6 drop with the 1-star head, so you can have 1 Autobot that's 6, 7 stars, and then 1 Decepticon that's 7 stars, and then make either Horrible, probably Horrible should have been 7 stars, and then at least make a minimum of 8 stars. But I digress, it is what it is. I also digress again to say, like, Cup as a whole is 7 stars total. So why would he be 7 stars without a head, and then 8 stars minimum with a head? And then even then, you could say, oh, well, he doesn't have enough health. Okay, sure, yeah, give him the Krebs head. Now he's 12. So he's an 8-star for 12 health. But then you look at like cards like Wheeljack, who's 30. I don't know. It's just a little annoying. Just bluntly putting it, it's just a little annoying that maybe I've heard through the grapevine that WOTC potentially didn't like the 13-7-5 lineup because it was too easy. Like, oh, okay, yeah, these people would just play the 13 drop. They're Optimus or whatever, like Legendary Warrior, which I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have. But 13 drop with Cup and Night Racer. But at the same time, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad to give that to us like that? Like, I don't even want to say Autobots have been running things. Well, okay, yes, they have. Who am I kidding? Jetfire and Galaxy. But at the same time, was it really that serious to like just swing it the whole other way for the purple guys? I think that's probably most of my problem with it, why I couldn't shake it for the longest time. Honestly, this entire year, I've had success throughout this year. I've still won tournaments and things like that, but I've been like slow rolling, getting my ass kicked in a lot of tournaments and wasting a lot of time experimenting in these tournaments because I just didn't want to just go play quick. Like normally, like especially back in Yu-Gi-Oh, I would always play the best deck and just call it a day. But it's not that I don't respect Quake. I definitely respect the deck because I'm prepared for when I go into a tournament. But I just respect it enough for me to play it. I was just like, man, I can't bring myself to play this deck. It's just so good. I know that doesn't make sense. But anybody that won't bring themselves to play Quake 2, you'll understand what I mean. But a shout out to any player that does play. I ain't hating. It's the same thing with Bugs. It was the same deal with Bugs. Couldn't stand Bugs. I will never play a Bug deck. Maybe in Junkion, because Junkion has some cool stuff coming out for the next Junkion event. Make sure you follow the link in the description to join the Vector Sigma Discord so you can check out and see what I'm talking about. Definitely a bug deck that I actually would play, but in Junkion, and for a couple of reasons. But that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, anyway, huge digression aside, we're giving Autobots a chance to fight back. Press the Advantage at the time that it was released was obviously too good. It made you not want to play any Decepticons besides Flame War. And even then, Flame War probably got 1 or 2 shotted. When Shockwave came out, Shockwave was the only one that was able to sustain the Press the Advantage because he had 3 defense in all mode. So even if he went down to 1 defense, how he was able to control the field and steal cards out of your opponent's hand, he was able to kind of midgetate how powerful your Press the Advantage can be. But then once we got into, eventually, you know, the card was still just too good, though. There wasn't that many Shockwaves out there. But then, yeah, Press the Advantage ended up getting banned. It was too good for his time. But now, I don't know about that. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing this experiment. So I don't want to take away Peace to Tyranny from the Quake decks that you need to prepare for, because you will see Quake in the tournament. So make sure you are preparing for Quake. Make sure you're preparing for the Quake deck, okay? Don't not side deck battlefield scans. Don't not side deck Spy Satellite Uplink. They side into Doomshot. Quake players, I'm telling, they side into Doomshot when you go first. So you have to attack into FANGRY. So side in your anti-stealth hate. You'll see that they sided in before you side deck battle cards. So make sure you side 1 or 2 of those cards, or maybe like 1 and 1. You know, sometimes you might want to have an upgrade and then like play like Reckless Charge or something for turn and then go wreck Quake and get him up out of there. Or sometimes you want to play Battlefield Scan and then play Grenade Launcher. So it depends. So maybe you need that flexibility to play 1 and 1, but don't not prepare for Quake, okay? Maybe Spy Satellite Uplink is probably better because Spy Satellite Uplink and Press the Advantage is a combo, and you can go wreck Quake and, you know, get rid of Quake. But don't not be prepared for Quake, okay? So anyway, I hope that wasn't too weird. Like, so, but I'm so serious about that. Make sure you're prepared for the Quake matchup. But yeah, so I don't want to take Peace to Tyranny from Quake, and especially don't want to take it from Sky Shadow. I want this to be a one last ditch effort for a normal constructed tournament that I will probably host. That will, because I'll probably end up following the Vector Sigma Peace to Tyranny ban and Daring Escape ban after this tournament, most likely anyway. Potentially, we'll see. But, well, probably definitely Daring Escape, because that's one where it's like, yeah, everybody side Turbo Board or Gears and Sabotage. Everybody really has to side those cards for you to... Okay, I digress a lot. Sheesh, let me finish this. I want to have those Decepticon decks still at full power with Peace to Tyranny, but I also want to give the red guys a chance to fight back. Simple as that. So Press the Advantage will be legal, maxed out at 3. Even Decepticon decks can actually still use it because, you know, you can -2 defense your opponent's Decepticon. You don't have to, you can do as much of the effect as you can. So you can actually still just play this orange-green card in ASP. ASP is another reason why you should be siding Spy Satellite Uplink in Battlefield Scan. Don't forget your spies. No, I'm joking. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. This video is rounded out to about 30 minutes, maybe a little less with some editing. But you guys know I like to talk anyway. And hey, it's been a while, so it's well overdue. And this is not even doing justice for what I normally do for talking. But I think that's good enough, and I'll leave it there. But yeah, I've still been around. Like I said, I'm still playing in the Eye of the Matrix tournaments. I play in Jason's tournaments when they come out, and I play in the Vector Sigma tournaments, of course. And Vector Sigma has ATP 1 fully legal and ready to play in all of their events. ATP 2 will be coming out, I don't know when, but be looking out for announcements by AT2 and spoiler season for that. That's going to be exciting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm still here. I can't really say I'm back. I guess I'm back to my YouTube, but I've always been here. So if you guys, been in the Discord, you've seen me around anyway, but I just haven't been back here. But now I am. And I will be streaming games, not streaming games, but I will be posting games from my Octagon tournament on my YouTube as well for more content for you guys. So that'll be cool with commentary, of course, one of my favorite things. And yeah, that'll be it. So signups will start today with the Smash GG link. And then throughout the week, I will have the rules document. It'll be a quick rules document. Hopefully I don't have to type out too much. I probably will. I'll probably bite off of Vector Sigmas and or the Eye of the Matrix tournaments, to be honest with you, to get a lot of it down. And the tournament will start next Monday. So you guys have a week to join the tournament, and that'll be it. I'm about to go maybe some pancakes and eggs. Sounds really good. I'm about to go to the chiropractor, and I'm about to go to the gym. And have a good day. And I hope you guys have a good day as well. You guys know what it is. You guys and girls have a great day and or night whenever you're catching this video. This is your homie SDot, FTF, and now, peace, guys. Warrior.